the best. Twitch has the best stuff. Like I get the best, the most viewers off of Twitch, and get engagement off of Twitch and everything, dude. It's bananas. So, well, Anthony, welcome, brother.
Dude, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Freaking love it.
When you reached out on Facebook, I had to, man. I had to give love. And actually, Jacob tagged me in your post, which I thought I assumed we were cool.
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
and I've talked to Jacob about this, but I wasn't sure because of the whole mobile detailing.
Yeah.
I was like,
dude,
that
if
was just
anybody's
hard.
if anybody's at fault for how that ended up, I will take accountability.
Me too.
For not setting expectations properly with Jacob. Like that could have worked out. It really was like on the edge, bro. It was like
we were
there.
We were right there.
He just had to double down, right? And he didn't want to double down. And
I don't think. Yeah, that was a tough one though, because I'll take responsibility for that too. It was crazy, man.
Dude, hiring people right now, anyways, like
we
were doing that.
Dude.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous, like everywhere. Like people are like, dude, I'll pay you whatever you want if you can find me people. I'm like, I'm trying, man.
Bro,
like, I've been trying.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you do? What do you think it is? Why do you think people don't want to work? No, okay, time out.
Yeah,
it's not that they don't want to work.
Yeah,
it's
why can't we find people to work?
Yeah.
You know why? Because like what's happening is a shift in the consciousness of like our society, in my opinion. Like everybody sees their value at this point, right? So anybody that's worth anything is like, well, screw it. Why don't I just go do it myself?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can go start my own fencing company and make a lot more, twice as much. Like my wife or ex-wife, she was like a house cleaner.
Yeah.
And she was making like, when she started, it was like $14-15 an hour, right? Yeah. The company's charging $35-40 an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. And so like she did that for a year and she's like, screw this. Like I'm going to go make the 35.
Yeah.
And now she's doing her own thing. Like we've got some plans to leave the country for a bit, but like, so she's not pushing it super hard, but like, the economy in Utah specifically for like house cleaning, unbelievable, bro. Like she's not even trying and she's got like consistent work. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. So, that's a good point though, especially with a lot of these people, who are doing like the trades.
Right.
Like, no, I don't. Yeah. Like house cleaning or car detailing or
everybody everybody that can do a good job just wants to do it themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's the way I feel like our work environment is shifting.
Yeah.
You know, like our the way society's viewing things.
Yeah.
I don't know, like you get a like, I don't know if this is okay to say, but I'm going to say it.
Go ahead, man.
So for 12 months before I started this digital marketing agency that I'm running right now, I was a mason, right? No experience, nothing. Like I just responded to some job posting on Indeed.
Okay.
Some dude's like, I'll train you, whatever. Just like, I need somebody with these skills. Like if you can climb on a roof and you're not afraid of heights, like come in. I was like, all right, well, like I told him in my interview, I was like, I did a bunch of parkour when I was younger, skateboarding. He's like, cool. You got good ankles. You're stable. You're hired.
Yeah,
I was like, that's all I needed. Well, anyways, like became the dude's like right-hand man, like grew through the company and whatnot. But like I was in charge of different crews, right? Like setting up this crew. Like my role in the company evolved, right?
Yeah.
And like, dude, literally like the only people we could find, like I was trying to hire consistently for like 9 months, just job postings always on. We're sponsoring them on Facebook. We're sponsoring them on, meaning like putting money behind them on Facebook, money behind them on Indeed. Yeah, exactly. All of them, dude. Like, and nothing, like literally like the part where I was like, I don't know if this is okay to say, all we could find were crackheads, bro. Dead serious, bro. Like literally doing like shooting up heroin on the job site in front of people. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like
you can't do that.
No, man. And I'm like, why can't we find anybody better than this? Like,
yeah,
we've hired from like Home Depot parking lot. We've hired from Indeed. We've hired from Facebook. We've hired referrals, like friends of friends. Like nobody works. I don't know what it is, man. I don't like
it's a bizarre thing. And then they're talking about this job like exodus that's going to happen. Like they're predicting like just massive amounts of people just leaving, which is weird. Why is it happening so late? I don't know.
No, dude.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
It's been building, bro. Like, are you kidding me?
That's true.
I'm on this side of the table, like pushing for this. I'm like, why the F is it taking so long? Like,
really?
Yeah. Like, man, like,
here, get closer to that mic, homie.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're good, dude.
I like to lay back, you know.
Yeah.
Like, here we go. Check this out. All right. So, for real though, like,
yeah,
I don't know. Where was I?
You were talking about, you're on this side of the table talking about how you want it to be quicker. Why is it taking so long?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly. So like the exodus.
Yeah,
like,
the job exodus.
Yeah. Like the shift is coming, right? Yeah. And I'm a big proponent of the anti 40-hour a week for 40 years. Mentality. Yeah,
I think so. I mean, I'm on that same side too.
Yeah, that's the exodus that's coming, bro. Everybody's like, why would I freaking go to college when 70% of the things that I'm being taught or 70% of the things that are being taught in college are things that are going to be automated in 15, 20 years.
Sure.
Like, like by the time you graduate, you get your career established right at your peak. Gone.
Yeah, everything's out. Yeah.
Like, and people are starting to see it, right? Like I saw this like a long time ago. And that's why I've been on this side of the fence. Like get out of the 40, like my whole family was just so indoctrinated with going to work on our local Air Force base, Hill Air Force Base.
Yeah.
Everybody in my family's worked there. My dad came from a family of 10. Right?
Oh, wow.
Everybody worked there, dude. Most of them worked at the military base.
Yeah.
And like, they're all like, go get a job on base. Like anytime I was out of work, hey, the base is hiring. And I'm like, you people don't even realize, like, every time you're not paying attention and you're just like, talking normally, you're complaining about how you hate your job, how you hate the people you work with, the environment you're in, the lack of impact you have. Like you're complaining about the slavedom you've committed yourself to. And yet at the same time, you're trying to get me to submit myself to that as well. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, dude. I think one of the biggest things, and I was talking to, I was just had a podcast the other day about this. We just had this. We were talking about something different, but it reminded me, like while we were having this conversation, it reminded me of how the lack of transparency. I think people are just fed up with like the lack of transparency from companies, like just in general. I'm not even talking about big corporations. And here's what I mean by lack of transparency. So Colorado passed that law that said you had to post a range. You had to tell people what they were going to make. Like if you want people to work in our city, or if you want to employ people in our city, we have like a cost of living. You should be on par with that cost of living at least.
Sure.
So you have to post it.
Yeah.
And then what was it, like 10 or 20 or 30 big companies were hiring for remote positions, and little asterisks at the bottom said, if you live in Colorado, we're not hiring you.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Because they didn't want to post what they were earning. Yeah. Could you imagine that? I gave this same example. So if somebody's heard this twice, bear with me. But I gave the same example. Like I used to sell cars. That's how I started selling.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you walked into a car dealership and they didn't give you the price, or they said, hey, you're from, or like, sure, you live in another town. I'm not going to tell you what the price of the car is until you get into finance and then see the contract, and then you can know what the price is and hopefully you like it.
Right.
No, you don't sell stuff like that.
Right.
Well, I mean, anything, right?
So, okay. Interesting topic for you to bring up.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm a proponent of what seems to maybe be the opposite side.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
Absolutely. Let's lay it on the table, man. So I think that is a problem of the company on their behalf for trying to hire. I mean, if they're trying to say, if you are a person of Colorado, a resident of Colorado, you don't qualify for this position. Like, okay, fine. All right. I'm actually okay with that. Like, personally, like if they're going to go for American based people, and like, that's the laws, like, yeah, sure. Like, in my opinion, fine. Like, because me personally, my entry level positions as an ISA start at $4 an hour.
Yeah.
And I have people coming up to me all the time, like people that are from like my past lives, right? Like, dude, how can I, like, can you hire me? Like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, you don't want to work for me. Like,
Yeah.
I'll hire a US based citizen for one position right now, and it's salesperson.
Yeah.
Commission based salespeople. Like, and you can make a killing, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but we don't have any positions available. Like there's a waiting list, you know what I mean? Like we've got the next person who's going to be training like in line, because like the earning potential is phenomenal.
Right.
But like, yeah, it's like we don't, our positions don't require a $15 an hour person.
Yeah.
Right. And you know what's interesting? Like, I don't want to be this person, but I'm going to be this person. Like I've hired US based Facebook ads media buyers. Right.
Okay.
So they're purchasing the ads, they're setting up the ads for my clients in my business. Right. And the US based people, I've had an incredible amount of frustration and problems with. They have zero responsiveness. Like on the scale of 1 to 10, how much responsiveness does this person have? It's a freaking 0. Like 48 hours before I'm getting a response back. Like,
wow, dude.
Oh, hey, I'll get on it. Right. Like turns their cell phone off during the weekend. Like totally get the culture. You need to be running a business, not being an employee though. You know what I mean? Like if that's the lifestyle you want to live, like you got to build a freaking business. You got to put in the work to get there first. Like you can't be an employee and give like half-ass work. In my opinion, you know what I mean? Because like now my whole company is run by 2 Pakistani media buyers.
Okay.
Why? Because I put them in the gauntlet, bro. I was like, okay, so this person gets some accounts, this person gets some accounts, this person gets some accounts, and this person gets some accounts. As the accounts progress in age, there are things that are required. Like, hey, the client wishes we add the sentence that this practice follows all COVID protocols, right?
Yeah.
So that gets posted in a Slack channel, and I'm monitoring the responsiveness, right?
Yeah.
US based media buyers, 12, 24, 36 hours, not even like that, not even batting an eye.
Yeah.
My Pakistanis, they're hungry, bro. 2 hours, 4 hours at most. The change is done, dude. Yeah. Like completed in the Slack channel, notified the agency owner or the client, whoever it is, like, hey, change has been made. Like all edits have been published. It's in review, right?
That's cool.
Like,
well,
you can't go wrong. Like if somebody wants to have a lax ass job, they need to build a freaking company first, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're an American citizen and you're like, look, I want the chill ass, like I'm not doing anything in my life. Like I work 4 hours a week lifestyle, put in the work to build the company then.
Yeah.
Cause like you don't get that in a job, period. It doesn't matter if your job is based in China, Canada, US, freaking Europe, wherever. Like, you know, get that as an employee. Like you gotta go the extra mile as an employee. You want to build a business, you gotta go like 10 times the extra mile first. Then you get to relax. Like there's sometimes, bro, like where I don't work for a week.
Yeah.
Like I actually just like, I don't know, man. I got like some mental weirdness going on up in this brain where like I'll disappear, dude. Like I'll work super hard. I'll line everything out for the business. And then I'll just like, I gave everybody direction and I step away. I'll just go work on my bus for like a week, dude. I don't pick up my phone. Like I don't respond to anybody. Like it's terrible. I know it's bad. Like I will be the first person to say that I am the worst thing for my business at this point. Like I'm taking the steps necessary to remove myself. Like I want one role at this point, and it's the center of attention.
Yeah.
That's all I want for my company. Like the lead generator for the high ticket program. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I do that, and the rest of the company should run itself. And that's like where we're at. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
That's cool, man. Yeah. I get what you say though about companies not wanting to hire. Yeah, I get it. They can do whatever they want. I just think I think that's contributing, though. I don't think it's helping to the fact that, like, we're having a mass exit. Like, and they're the ones complaining too. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of why I get mad. Like, oh, we have an exodus. Well, dude, you're not. You know what I mean? You're not
Put
treating
forth
people
the
right.
effort. Yeah,
you're
forth
not
the effort.
And that's all I'm saying. Because I agree with you too. It's also on the same page as, like, you know, sometimes we got to do what we got to do as employees.
Yeah.
To make the living that we want to make and to do the things that we want to do.
Well, like, you got to start where you're at. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I've signed over 40 W-2s to the IRS. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I've done what I had to do. Like, I went through every possible thing. Why? Because I was lost, right? Like, I started my work life journey just like trying to fill a resume. Like, what else can I add? Like, ooh, I could be a manager over here. Yeah, totally. Here's my 2 weeks notice here. I'm going to go over here. Right.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know.
That is the grind, bro. That is the grind, dude. Yeah. It's kind of crazy, man. So how long have you had your digital marketing company?
This one, 13 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
September 2020. Middle of a pandemic. Man. Yeah. Right before elections. Right before the holidays.
Yeah, it's a crazy time to start.
Oh my God, it was ridiculous. But, like, made it work.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Yeah. Dude, right before elections, everything, like, I don't know what it is, man, but I remember being in 2 different elections while I've been in a lot, but while I've been selling, I've been in like 3 or 4. And dude, it's weird. Right before an election, it doesn't matter what happens. Like, you know, someone's going to win. The economy just slows, dude. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
Dude, I love sales during elections because I bring that shit up.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Mr. Prospect, listen here. Like, you've been through this time and time again, right?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to lose. The drama's going to happen. It's going to pan out. And guess what? Everything's going to go back to normal. So, like, don't get all caught up in the hype. Like,
yeah,
that's how I made it through the elections. I was like, dude, like, they're like, aren't you worried about the elections? I'm like, look, at the end of the day, like, the packages I was selling, it was like pay per transfers or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, man, at the end of the day, all it does is cost me more money. You don't have to trip. Like, you're paying.
It's true. I mean, yeah,
client. Like,
I mean, obviously we made it through, made it work, but it's just weird. Like, it's just weird how everybody gets all freaked out because I agree with you. I tell people, I tell people all the time, I'm like, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, the president doesn't really affect our day to day that much.
That's
a little bit, but
like,
they don't. There's not that much.
Yeah, you get like all these young entrepreneurs who are like, "Oh my gosh, like this is coming up. Like, what am I going to do about the holiday season? Like, how am I going to compete with that?" And I'm like, the holiday season has come every year forever.
Yeah,
like,
you're fine.
It's going to keep coming forever. And, like, I've been through all of them. You're fine. Like, it just happens. Like, you adjust. Like, be prepared. Like, your cost. Your ad spend's gonna go up. Like, just prepare. Like, whatever. Like,
yeah, man. What did you do right before that? What did you do before this digital?
Before this agency, like I said, I was a mason, building chimneys.
Okay.
I did that for about 12 months, maybe 13. Before that, my wife and we lived in Pocatello, Idaho.
Okay.
Little middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I was working as a gift shop attendant, $10 an hour, running a freaking cash register.
Okay, man. So how do you go from gift shop attendant, mason, to owning your own agency and doing very well for yourself? What happened?
The pain of living the life I was living became greater than the pain it would take to put in the effort to build the life I wanted.
Yeah.
That was it.
Why'd you pick an agency?
I took stock of my assets. What did I have personally? I had a business network. I had run an agency before. So I had a year and a half worth of Facebook connections that were in the digital marketing space. And I personally had the skills to build a digital marketing agency and, like, a lot of experience.
Yeah.
I took stock of my assets, right? Like, what I mentally had to work with. And it was a business network.
Yeah.
Specifically designed towards the digital marketing realm, essentially.
Yeah.
And I knew what to do. I knew what to do to make the agency work, essentially. And I just didn't stop. I first month, I tapped my personal resources, my personal network, talked to everybody I could possibly know. like Jacob.
Yeah.
And started and said yes to everything initially, right?
Right.
Within 30 days, I hired my first employee who became eventually, now he's my director of operations. I got lucky, man. I got lucky. Like, he wasn't some dweeb that didn't know what he was doing.
What's his name? Because I think I know who that is.
Daniel.
He's the man.
He's fire, bro.
He's so good, dude.
He deserves to own part of this freaking company, bro.
Yeah.
And it's in the future, dude. I'm like, he deserves it, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
he's super cool. I remember working with him, and a super cool guy. I remember that.
He is, man, like a brilliant human being. I just got lucky. He was the first employee I hired in this company. I paid some other company to find somebody, train somebody, and give them to me.
Yeah.
For one specific role. And it was Daniel. I was like, holy cow. And like from him, we grew from him to another. And we just like, we like coasted at 3 or 4 employees for most of a year.
Yeah.
And then we just hockey sticked. Like we went from small business to small business. And I realized one of my biggest weaknesses is client management. And just like being part of the business, dude. Like I've got the vision. Like that's it. Like I got the vision and I can gather attention. That's it. Like that's where I belong. So like I'm building the company to like have like specific protocols for fulfillment and like benchmarks that you gotta hit, like whatever, anyways, and pass that baton so that I can just like do what I'm good at, essentially. But
which is selling the high ticket.
Yeah, but just the high ticket stuff, man. Like we have like fulfillment level sales, like our done for you agency, where we like we build an agency for somebody, and like we give 5. We get. Well, I'm saying we guarantee because that's our current offer. Yeah, we guarantee 5 clients because we'll do whatever it takes to get those 5 clients. Right? We got
for another person.
For another person who wants to be an agency owner, we get you 5 clients that pay you $3,000 a month. So, yeah.
So all through like pay per click or copywriting, or what are they? Is the offer different? Yeah.
Lead gen engines? No. Okay. So the offer is always the same. The offer, here's the kicker. It's really cool. Like about our whole offer, our offer to these agency owners is that they get to use an offer to their clientele that's very specific to our agency. Yeah. And it's the Facebook ads plus lead generation. Plus lead follow-up.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is
with
cool.
our call center. Right. Yeah. So like what we were doing with mobile detailing, right? Like
you set up the appointments and then call them and then
we generate the leads on Facebook with Facebook ads. And then we send those leads into our call center where humans are taking care of the follow-up and they book appointments for whatever service that the business is taking care of. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, like that's how we started. We ended up like morphing into working only with digital marketing agencies. Okay. Right.
So like, somebody who wants to do a digital marketing agency.
Right. And so like the biggest reason we pivoted was because of my personal capacities to handle like day-to-day conversations with small business owners. Yeah. Like your average chiropractor doesn't know a whole lot about marketing or dentist or like personal injury attorney or whatever.
Or
like,
lawn care companies or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I got like, when you start thinking at scale, right? When I started this company, I was thinking at scale from the beginning. Like my whole purpose was like build this company to a point where it grows by itself and I can step away with a salary and pursue my own passions, which is like mentoring and coaching and life, like helping other people progress through their life. Right. Yeah. And so, we started with the small business stuff and we morphed because I just could not handle the conversations. Like when you're talking to 20 clients a week or a month, right? Like about the same stupid problem. Like they have I'm like, look, you're bringing up a thing that isn't a thing.
We're going to have one webinar. Yeah. All 20 of you need to show up. Exactly. We're going to address this all at the same time.
I couldn't do it, man. Out of here, I couldn't do it. Instead, I said, I'm done. I'm not working with you people anymore.
Like small businesses?
Yep.
Okay. So who do you work with now?
Marketing agencies. That's it.
Okay. Just market. Okay.
Or people I see. People that want to be marketing agencies too.
Yeah. Okay.
So like my dream client right now is somebody that's been in the marketing industry for like 3 or 4 years, have like tried to start the marketing company. Like they've been like experienced a little success. They've probably got like a little bit of like side clients here and there. Like that's what happens, you know, I'm going to start a digital marketing agency. It's like, it's freaking hard, bro. Like to maintain it.
Yeah. It's tough, dude.
But like, that's my dream client, somebody that's been there and they're like, you know, finally, like I've got a little bit of money to invest in this, and Anthony can do the whole thing, start to finish, build the agency for me, in terms of agency to business lead gen, agency to business appointment setting, and sales fulfillment.
Yeah.
So like, you don't even have to, even if you're like the worst salesperson in the world, you can pay us. We'll do it for you. We'll sell your clients. We'll close your deals, and we have the fulfillment side. Like when we close your deal, we're closing our deals. Like we're closing our program because our program's the best. Like the lead follow up and the Facebook ads. Like nobody else is doing that right now in the space where they've partnered the two. They've like married the two together. And created one seamless offer. And so my sales conversations are easy, bro. Like when I'm talking to a sales prospect for my clients, my done for you agency clients, I'm talking to like dental practice owners, and I'm like selling them. Like I had a sales call right before I came in here with some dental practice owner in like Florida who stumbled onto one of my agency clients' ads and finally booked an appointment through our appointment setters. Like we just got all this up running like Wednesday of last week. So this is super exciting. Like it's finally like coming together. We're like working on a sales team, getting a sales team, but currently it's just me doing all the sales. But anyways, like,
well, isn't that funny, dude? Like that you can here's, because I'm a huge sales guy. Like that's what I do. I've sold everything, bro. I've sold for marketing agencies, and what I get so much flack on is when I tell people like sales is sales. Like I don't really care what it like. Oh well, you couldn't. Mine's so intricate. I'm like, shut the hell up, bro. It's not. It's like, does your client need what you have to offer? Right. The only reason you suck at sales, there's only 2 reasons you suck at sales. You're either not good at talking to people, which we can fix. That's pretty easy. Or the thing that I can't fix, and the thing that happens most of the time, is you have an offer that no one wants, dude. You know what I'm saying?
It's the offer. It's almost always the offer.
It's almost always the offer.
That's where I always start. Dude.
I'm like, dude, your
what
offer
is this garbage. Like, are you kidding? Like,
because
dude, you want it like, okay, so this little nugget right here is like a game changer for dental practice marketing agencies.
Okay.
Right. So, people like take money up front, right? Like you just, if you want to improve your quality of leads, you require a deposit up front, right?
Which is bananas. Why some people don't. Take the money.
Like, right. Like,
because I'm not playing this game. It's like insurance, dude. It's like, I'm going to pay the insurance company after I have an accident. Right. That's not how it works. You pay the insurance company up front.
Consistently.
Well, but you know what I'm saying? But imagine that, right? That's what I tell people. I'm like, you can't pay the insurance company out, or like go 6 months, I didn't have an accident, you don't have to pay them. Like,
right.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works, right?
You pay me up front and we'll get it done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I get a lot of flack for that. They're like, sales is sales. So, because I've always had this idea of an outsourced sales company.
That's what I'm building.
Yeah, basically.
It's freaking hard, bro. I had no
tough.
idea.
I'm not saying it's easy.
Okay, to be honest, like all candid, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. When I was like, screw it. Yeah, we'll do the sales for you.
It's tough, dude.
Bro, I didn't realize I was building an entire sales team, like
a whole process, sales, everything.
Force team. Like, I'm like, whoops.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm like,
hey
I know
guys, it's not easy.
I'm like, thank you for being so patient with me. Like, that's why this is exactly why we called it a beta program, because like, holy cowabunga. Like, and we're super chill, right? So we're working with all these, like we took 4 beta students for this done for you. And we're starting 4 engines, 2 agency owned engines and 4 client owned engines, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 engines total. Engines, lead gen appointment setting engines, right? To get them sales. And so it's cold emailing and cold calling are agency owned. We just round robin the appointments. So like we get, we send out like, hey, Mr. Dentist, do you want to work with us from our agency? We book appointments. We get an appointment to book. We put it on this DFY client. Then we put it on this DFY client and this one. And then we round robin. We do that with cold calling. We do that with cold emailing. Eventually we'll do it with like in-house Facebook ads from our own like white label Facebook page.
Yeah.
But currently we're setting up personalized LinkedIn automations. So like DFY client comes in, we sign them up. We say, give me your LinkedIn credentials. We're going to connect it to our software, automatically run some like connect you to 100 people a day automations the dental space. Like, yeah. And so we turn on that engine for, we can do whatever niche. Right now we're focusing on dental for these first four.
It's amazing how like crazy dentists are though in the space, bro.
Oh my God.
It's unbelievable, dude. I feel like everybody goes after dentists, dude. They all
well, you know why? Like a dental implant can be 20 to 50 grand.
Yeah.
Per client, like you convert one patient per month, they do a 10x ROI.
Yeah.
Wow. Close to it. Right.
Well, yeah, if you got a 50 grand dental implant. Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
so you're going after
it makes sense. And that's why everybody goes dental. But like today, like I would not, anybody that wants to start a dental agency, or a marketing agency, I would not suggest dental. I would suggest like home services. Like, because
cleaning or.
Well,
maybe not.
So if you want to start a marketing agency today, you're going to have to be creative. First off, you're going to have to like analyze the market space and the spectrum that exists. Cause like you've got major players in all the like the good spaces, right? Like 4 years ago, it was a free for all, right? Go wherever you wanted, run ads in any industry, you'll get clients. And now like you can't cold call dentists and successfully, like you can't make it work like very easily, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just been so drowned out.
Inundated with just a bunch of bullshit.
Hammered, bro. Hammered. Yeah. So like, dental, chiro, med spa, all the healthcare, because like those were the high ticket stuff. Those were the things that were like the easy math, right? But you go to a house cleaning company and they're making $145. Their expenses are $100. Like you're like,
they're running tight margins.
How do you make sense of this math? Like you don't in most cases, right?
Right.
It just doesn't work, right? And like I don't know, probably not DFY, DWY, done with you, is probably the best, like a course or a SaaS program for those kinds of spaces.
Okay.
Is like kind of probably where it's going to go. If you want to like talk about the future.
What do you mean done with you?
More like a coaching and SaaS program, right? So like you pay $300 a month, you get access to all of this coaching, this courses, every single working ad in the, let's say you're a house cleaner, right?
Yeah.
You've got all of the successful ads that we've ever run as a house cleaning agency. You've got an entire coaching course on how to successfully, like how to set up your ads, run them, turn them into clients, turn those leads into clients. And it's just a course, a one-time sold, like $300 a month, gets them access to all these things. And hopefully you can design it in a way that has longevity, right?
Yeah, that's sustainable.
Yeah, sure. Instead of a $1,500 a month house cleaning client, which is like a freaking unicorn, right? For a house cleaning company to be able to, because they don't charge that much. Yeah. Right. And like their expense, like you got to find a unicorn of a house cleaning company to be able to afford a $1,500 a month retainer. Like,
yeah, you'd have to, it'd have to be a monster.
Right.
And by then they're probably doing it in themselves.
They've got their own solutions, like, right? Like they've been doing Thumbtack for so freaking long that like they're partners in their area, whatever, So.
Well, yeah, I was going to say if a house cleaning service can afford $1,500 a month, they're probably already doing it.
Yeah, they've got 10 freaking cleaners working for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they're probably already, if they can afford it, they're probably already at the level that they're not really.
They've already done it.
Yeah, they're not really needing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Good point.
So it's hard. It's like industry wide. Like, so that's why chiros, dental, med spa, like attorneys are difficult because like they're
I wouldn't freaking do anything for an attorney.
My first 2 iterations of this company were in attorneys. I did a white label program where I took on 6 personal injury attorneys, with a white label program where the
Nope.
guy he sold me his cost per lead as his cost per acquisition. Okay, big freaking difference. Like break that down for a second. He was telling me $120 I can get you qualified live transferred personal injury client, $120, right?
Yeah.
Not even close, bro.
Right.
So I sold it. I doubled the rate, right? I was like $350. I sold it to 6 attorneys paid up front, like $9,000, $10,000 agreements, right? Paid him to do the fulfillment. And he comes back halfway fulfilled on some of them, not even like halfway on others. And is like, well, we're going to need more money. And like, what are you talking about? I gave you most of it all already. Like you said, this is going to fulfill the whole thing. And he's like, well, I didn't work and blah. Gave me a bunch of excuses. So I was like, all right, screw it. Like, what can I get from this guy? Give me all your fulfillment stuff. He gave me all of his fulfillment stuff. I sold 6 more attorneys. Yeah. Same deals with the intention of fulfilling it myself. Yeah. So I ran everything the way he was running it. And then I didn't realize his cost per lead was actually the price that he was quoting me, not the cost per acquisition, not like,
right, which is different. Like a lead is like,
it takes 10 leads to get an acquisition. Yep, right. Yep. So $120 lead is a lot different than a $1,200 acquisition.
He didn't know. Dude, he wasn't ready.
Yeah, I was screwed, dude. And that was my fault. 100% take accountability all day long. I did not do my due diligence. Had I simply asked several other agencies that were working in that space, like, hey, can I sell a $350 live transferred personal injury case? They'd be like, are you kidding me? No, that's a $2,000 lead, not $350, $400. Like, what are you talking about? You can't, like, you pay us as a white label or an affiliate and it's still going to cost you $1,500. Like I sold 12 attorneys this package, bro, because I didn't do my due diligence. I got screwed, bro. I owe all these people this money back. Like, and I've started payment programs. Others of them are super mad at me. And like, it's just like the struggles you've got to go through. And like, I want to be totally open and candid about that because like, I am totally unhappy about how that all went down. Yeah. But like, I thought I knew this guy. Like I'd been friends with him on Facebook for like 3 years. We'd talked back and forth for the last 3 years. Like I'd watched him grow his agency. And then like, I have a person in my head that I'm thinking of who you talk to. Because this sounds I'll tell you
after we're done. I don't want you to.
I am not gonna. Yeah,
but I think I know. Because
dude, oh man, if I ever see this human being in person, I literally just want to knock him out. Like, no hard feelings. Like, I have that much rage just built up. Like, you piece of crap. I can't believe you did that to me. Like, I have a family. I have kids. I was not trying to start a business. All these attorneys think that I'm a freaking scam, that like I'm out to just steal their freaking money. Like, I wouldn't want to deal with attorneys anyway, for the simple reason, dude, tell me about it. The stress, bro. Like they send me the worst letters, bro. They send me the worst, like, blah, 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 legal actions going to be blah. And I'm like panicking. I'm like, no wonder my freaking doctor gave me anxiety medication. I got to deal with this crap.
Yeah, dude, like, I would not deal with attorneys or CPAs. I don't give a
dude. I would have quit. I'm going to tell you one thing right here. Like, one of the biggest things about this last year, I would have quit 3, 4, 5, or 6 times. Right. Yeah. Had I not had my team. Had I not decided to hire an employee and then another and develop a team that I was reliant on, that became a part of my family, like, dude, like I would have quit. I would have quit a long time ago. Like, if it were just me, I'd be like, deuces, I'm out. Sorry, guys. Like, screw this. Like, I don't know what happened here. My bad. Right. But I had these people. I'm like, I got to thinking about, like, at the very end of the day, I was like, this guy pays his freaking child support with this income. Like, this girl, she takes care of like 4 kids, right? She's a single mom of 4 kids, like full-time employee. Like, my company feeds her and her kids, keeps a roof over their head. Like, and that's, so we got to keep going. Yeah. I was like, I ain't going to bitch out. Like, what? I'm going to tell them, hey, you got to go find another job because I don't want to freaking man up anymore, or whatever. Like, whatever. Like, like man up. I know PC, right? But like, no, I didn't want to just like freaking just like own it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what? I was scared to have this conversation with these people that were mad at me.
Yeah.
And what I want to give up an entire business, like this person's life. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, not going to happen. So yeah,
it's a lot though, dude. I mean, and that's good. That's good motivation for like business owners and people like really wanting to get in the space, because when you start hiring employees, that's way different, dude.
It is.
It's a different ball game.
Yeah.
It's a different ball game. So, what's the big thing? What's the big thing you posted on Facebook? You wanted to go on the podcast. You wanted to get your story out there. What's that story, man? If we haven't touched on it already.
Oh man, thank you. Yeah, thank you for asking the question. So, my entire existence. Sorry, let me get close to this microphone. I'm gonna hug it. My entire existence is, at this point in my life, I've decided. Right? It's not like a predestined thing. It's just something that I've decided. It's to spread the awareness to young adults and teenagers that there's a different path than the 40-hour week for 40 years.
Yeah.
Like, and it's coming. I'm almost late to the game at this point right now. Like, you know, like everybody kind of sees it. They get it. Like, automation is going to kill 70% of the college degrees, right?
Yeah.
In the next 20 years. Like, it's coming.
Yeah, you got to keep up. Man.
People get it. Like, nobody wants to be an employee. They all want to be an entrepreneur. Makes sense. Like, my stand on my soapbox thing, though, is learn a skill and sell it. Like, if you want to break down the, like, how do I get away from the 40 hours a week for 40 years mentality? Like, my whole family, all of my influences suggest that that's my path. Like, how do I break away from that? You learn a skill and you sell it. And what's the best way to do that? Don't get all fucking lost in la la land with like all this analysis paralysis, but take stock of your assets. Like, what have you developed? What have you been good at for the last however long you've been doing things, right? And there's something there. If there's not anything there, pick something that interests you. Learn a skill and then go sell it. Sell it as a freelancer. Sell it as an entrepreneur. Sell it as somebody completely reliant on themselves for their income, for their their life sustainability. Because that's the key, dude. Like, the second you can get somebody to learn a skill and sell it, you broke it. You popped the bubble. The 40 hours for 40 years. Yeah. Mindset is gone. You're no longer, it's maybe not like totally exhausted, like you totally completely destroyed the mindset. But what you've done is you've given yourself that seed of, well, crap. Like, I actually did learn a skill and I did sell it for money. And if I could just scale that up and do it a little bit more, I could actually replace the income that I've got here. And maybe a side benefit is I don't have to actually go to a business like brick and mortar place and log in or clock in every day. I could go do it on the beach or whatever you want.
I agree with you. I think sales gave me a lot of freedom.
Dude, sales is
gave
freedom.
Me a lot.
It is 100%. Like, everything's a sale, bro. You know that by now.
Oh yeah.
Everything is a sale. Like, you want to have a conversation about religion with somebody, it's a sale, bro. Like, how do I align myself?
I remember.
With this person?
I remember when, because I served a mission, and I remember coming back out of my mission, and coming to one of my first sales trainings, and I'm like, yeah, this is the MTC, bro. Mm-hmm. This was everything they taught us: how to find people, how to help people make commitments, how to push.
Really.
Yeah. Oh
man,
bro. There's a book that they have. It's called "Preach My Gospel," and it's a mastermind sales training book.
I need a copy of that.
Yeah, go get it, dude. Yeah. You can get it for like $3. But I'm dead serious.
Really?
Yeah, bro. You can probably get it for free,
dude. I have a basic. So I went to Weber State, studied sociocultural anthropology with an emphasis in religion. Dead serious. I'm like, I have all the classes for my degree. I just didn't get a minor. I didn't make it. I didn't make it a minor. Yeah. And then I had a broke up with a fiance. I blew up a $5,000 motor that I bounced. I left the state. I was like, I never finished. But that's another story.
That's funny though. No, but seriously, like, and then when you're selling, right, you need social proof. Yeah. So in this book, they call it something different, but it's social. It's like bringing people, like giving other people, showing other people showing this one client.
Here's a testimonial.
I mean? Yeah.
Someone had a someone that did a something, and all of a sudden they're believers.
You know what else? I get so much flack on that. I get in trouble for that. But I'm like, listen, bro. There's a whole chapter.
Thank you.
There's a whole chapter in it that goes how to use time wisely.
Okay.
And we had a guy come to us. He was really high up in the church organization, and he was like, if you want to make $1 million a year, you'll rip this chapter out of the book and keep it for the rest of your life.
Oh,
I mean, and this guy, and he wasn't a joke. Like these guys.
Have you ever noticed bishops are 6-figure earners only or more? Period.
You're
in Europe. You're in Europe. It's two commas. Period. Like you don't make it. You don't make it in the church, and I want to bring that out there. You don't make it as like top level in the church without money, bro. You don't.
No, because you have
to be successful.
You have to be successful, and you have to be able to divvy up your time.
Network. Yeah.
It's about time. It's about showing people how to be successful. Yeah. I mean, listen, I love my religion, but I'm not naive to the fact that there are some things that you can spin however you want it, and I'm like, that's fine. Yeah, and I don't get offended. Like, listen, I grew up in Iowa, bro. I had people in a part of Iowa that, right next to Missouri, and Missouri had an extermination order on Mormons until probably, that's only like 20 years that they've gone away from it.
Wow.
Like it was legal to kill a Mormon in Missouri.
Holy cowabunga.
Forever. For a long time.
Wow.
So, I had people coming up to me in my high school, like, yeah, if it was 10 years ago, I could have brought my gun, taken you to Missouri, and shot you, and I'd be free. So listen.
And I got the opposite end of that.
Oh, really?
I grew up here, born and raised.
Oh, yeah.
Davis County, Utah.
Sure.
And it was, are you Mormon? And I'd say no. And they'd say, my mom says I can't play with you.
So I got that because I wasn't Catholic.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah.
So listen, people are shitty.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Okay. I had my wife went down to the South.
Yeah.
And they were terrible. First of all, they're super sexist. So my wife is down in the middle of the Bible Belt, and she's trying to preach religion, and people in the church wouldn't even give her a key to the building. Like they were missionaries.
Oh my gosh.
And they wouldn't give her a key to the building as a missionary because she's a girl.
Wow.
And then she would go teach. Yeah, still. So it's like people are just shitty, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
But
totally.
Because I remember.
And that's my mission, bro. That's my mission. Like
tell people to stop being shitty.
And that's the thing. Like that's the thing with like the TikTok generation, bro. Like information spreads so damn fast, bro.
Yeah, and it's so readily available.
The entire world can know a thing, a concept in 24 hours with TikTok, dude. I love it, man. I want to
my favorite
so much more, man. Like it's brilliant.
You know what my favorite TikTok trend is though?
What?
Is I'm not on TikTok. I've just heard about this. I've found a few things out. Listen, TikTok's bad for my soul. All right. That's also a story for another time. But I remember, and I've just seen these and I've had friends tell me about them, but Nancy Pelosi's husband is a huge stock guy. And so one of the big trends on TikTok. Okay. So first of all, the definition of insider trading is using insider information to make money on the stock market. Okay. I will give you the caveat that it's extremely hard to prove.
Yeah.
But Martha Stewart's a great example.
Right.
This was insider trading.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So you can get dinged for it. So Nancy Pelosi tells her, okay, all right. She didn't tell her husband to sell the stock of Tesla 2 weeks before Tesla's subpoenaed in front of a government council, and their stock plummets, and he magically sold it 2 weeks earlier, bro. You're and Nancy Pelosi's on the council. You're higher than a kite. So my favorite TikTok trend is so now there's a law that Nancy Pelosi, these government officials have to release their stock trades 45 days after they make them. So there's this guy going, hey, if Nancy's doing it, we're doing it.
Yeah.
And he's like, and nothing's happened. And I'm like, great. How the turntables have turned.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's an Office reference. But you know what I mean? Yeah. Like he's like, oh, Nancy just sold. Let's sell.
I've seen that one.
Yeah. Nancy just sold. Nancy just bought this one, guys. We're buying it.
Yeah.
I'm like, right on, dude, because that's,
Why not?
Yeah, we should. If she's not going to get in trouble for
top. Yeah, she's top.
then and she knows.
She's the front line of
Bro,
information. Like that's important. That's the most important thing. Like imagine being at the front line of a business. Like what decisions are you going to make? The best ones. You know what I mean? Like
so
stand on the shoulders of giants, bro.
Right. And so when you brought up like TikTok information, that was the first thing that popped into my head because I was like,
it's real, dude.
That's great, dude.
Like, dude, TikTok is amazing.
And all you need is TikTok and Robinhood, and you can make the trades that Nancy Pelosi's making.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
And so I agree with you. Like, there's no reason you can't make a little extra money.
Yeah.
My mission is similar to yours. My mission is just to help people get their foot through the door by just telling them like it's okay if you're not making 10 grand a month. Yeah. Like if you can make 500 extra, like if I gave you.
Dude, most people don't want 10 grand a month. You know what I mean?
That's exactly right. That's my point. Like Ben,
for real.
Like Ben, if you had an extra $1,000 a month, would you be okay?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Right? We don't need to be Elon Musk right now. If you're an Elon Musk, dude, go. And I don't have a problem with him. And if you get that big,
dude,
give me a shout out.
I never wanted a company like this, right? Like I never wanted this. What I've got, 20 freaking employees. I have over $10,000. I have 5 figures a month in payroll. Right.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying. It's scary because like,
dude, I've been
locked out of money, right? Checking account froze. Payment processors froze. 2 weeks, dude. I haven't been able to move money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Paranoing at it. Like,
that's terrible.
The stress that caused, like 10 grand a month in payroll. 2 weeks, I bi-weekly pay period, right?
Yeah,
so just barely scraped by, like was able to scoop in enough in time. Like it's all just stupid stuff too. It's like banks being retarded, right?
Oh, I hate banks are dude, they just live by their own rules. They just
bro. They're like you shouldn't be making this much money. And I'm like, but I am. So give it to me, damn it. Like please.
Dude,
like,
and they're weird, bro.
They're
like, we have to protect against. No, you don't, dude.
I'm like every single client called you and said this money was totally legitimate. Now put it in my freaking account, please. Thank you. Like,
And you know what's funny about that? You know what? There's one industry that I think is just going away because number one, it's so archaic, and number two, it's literally a middleman. There's no reason we need payment processors. In my opinion, it's like, okay, so what are they there for?
Useless.
I give my money to a payment processor. They give it to you.
Yeah.
Or you as the consumer give it to a payment processor.
Yeah.
They give it to me. It's literally it's called a clearinghouse. ACH stands for automated clearinghouse. There's no reason for it.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. That makes sorry. Like a whole bunch of stuff just clicked for me when you said ACH.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's called.
Huh.
And so it's funny because like I was driving the other day and I was like, because somebody said a great business would be Stripe for Vice. So it's really hard for
what?
For Vice.
What
so
Vice?
For like Vice, like businesses, like Vice businesses. So like marijuana, CBD,
strip clubs.
Yeah, strip clubs, guns.
Stripe for Vice. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so the problem is though, is that you got banks involved.
Yeah, bro.
They don't want to get, and then you have like when I started my CBD business, the hardest thing to start payment processing. They were charging us.
That's why we got all our stuff shut down. Was we switched over from credit card processing to ACH. And we just ran it like Stripe, dude. We didn't type in any customer info. We did like none.com. We did like 30 grand in payment processing on ACH with none.com and no customer info. So they're like,
can't do that.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. Don't do that. Yeah. So anybody that's listening, you go to ACH, enter all your customer information.
Yeah, because they have
otherwise you're going to have a massive headache.
Which is another...
Just
listen,
loophole.
I don't do that. Yeah, I don't like. Listen, I don't like any government thing, and that's what payment processing is. And by the way, I know payment processor right now. He's the best dude I've ever met in my entire life. Salt of the earth.
JLC.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Is his initials JLC?
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
No.
Okay.
But I know. But we all know good people. But that whole industry is like, why can't you pay me money and that be it?
Yeah.
Just
right.
We don't need a middleman, dude.
You know what I'm doing? Trying to move everything to Bitcoin. I want transfers. I want transfers between my Coinbase. Like you pay me, I pay you. It's all Bitcoin. We don't have to worry about all this extra payment. It's like Bitcoin wallet's a Bitcoin wallet.
And look, and by the way, I get like processing fees. So if we have to like, and that's the thing, right? It's like moving money kind of
Coinbase or whatever.
Right. Yeah. You get it with ETH. They're gas fees. Somebody's got to make sure these are all legit. Oh, whatever, dude. But I don't need to give you like all this.
Freaking 5.5% of what I'm making just because you have the website to enter the credit card info or the freaking info. Like, yeah.
And you can do smart contracts now with Ethereum. You can so the money's not released
it's
until
changing,
both.
Bro, everything's changing.
Oh yeah, I did. I told that to my buddy. I was like, look, money's going DeFi. Like we're going on my phone. I'm going to be able to send you money like this
quickly.
And he was
easily.
Like, and I'll be able to pay for things like this. And he's like, no way, dude, no way. And I'm like, yep. And then the next year NFTs have been around since 2018. They didn't get really big until earlier this year, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
It's great, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I have a couple NFTs, bro.
Do you?
It's great,
oh
dude.
Man, I love it.
Like you just you get your MetaMask account, go into OpenSea.
Okay.
Picking them up, man.
Tell me that later. Because I want to. Like, it's like you buy the early ones, bro. It's like freaking
some of these like
baseball cards, bro.
Yeah,
like,
some of these
just like off the wall, random stupid crap. Like that's the ones you want to buy.
Yeah, the Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club. We have a great guy here in Salt Lake. His name's Chris Lee. He owns Artifact Studios. His NFTs are off the freaking wall, dude.
No way.
And he makes money off of them, dude.
Really?
Money. He's just it's a I don't know exactly. Listen, I don't know exactly what programs he uses, but it's like Adobe After Effects, bro. He's making a GIF.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, okay.
Super
now
simple.
I say that
with code behind it, bro. Come on, don't disrespect the system.
But they're beautiful. Like no one can do it like this guy. They made a shoe. They made an NFT shoe, and they sold it for like couple $100,000, $100,000, multiple six figure.
Dude,
and with the NFT,
made it in like 6 hours, right?
Oh yeah, it was unbelievable. And then when you buy the NFT, you get the actual physical shoe that it looks like. So it's, I mean, dude, it's great.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So I mean, but
whoa.
And then you're like, okay, and then you're like, well, who would pay $200,000 for a shoe? Everybody.
Well, everybody would.
Everybody would.
Get a physical and a digital copy.
And like, and it's only dude. It's really cool. So there's a lot of cool things happening in Utah in the NFT space.
Dude, okay, wait, hold on. Brilliant idea, potentially. Let me run this one.
All right, I've been in the NFTs. I went on a rabbit hole, dude. So I'll tell you.
Okay, so I'm an oil painting artist. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Like, I've had.
I already know where you're going with it.
Yeah.
And you can do it.
Okay, cool, brilliant.
Because I have musicians. Tory Lanez sold 1 million copies of his NFT album. Made like.
Are you kidding?
Trash,
dude. You know what my
dumpsters full of money.
My forte is. You know what my forte is like significant historical figures.
Yeah,
but just facial black and white, like as if it were.
Go make an NFT and go start a Discord channel, pre-sale, give away a few, and then sell them for
Socrates.
Then
all the way to Elon Musk, bro. Like,
and then the floor of your NFTs are like 15 ETH.
Oh shit.
15 ETH.
Oh, dude.
Bro, you can't listen. If you look up artifacts on OpenSea, you can't touch one of Chris Lee's works without paying 6 figures. I mean, like that's the minimum. So let's see.
This was the Utah guy?
This is the Utah guy. Yeah. Dude, they're unbelievable. I interviewed a guy on this podcast, Harish Latlakar, who owns Superworld. He's a co-founder of Superworld, which is a meta universe.
Can I pause to go potty?
Hey, you know what? Actually, my boy's got to go, so we're actually going to wrap up.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh, okay. So
on the mic.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in the young adult entrepreneur education stuff, you can go to yae.glblxm.com.
That'll be in the
Global
description
X
below.
Marketing. Yeah, I hope so. That's if you just like want the coaching and the additional help on how to like enter your entrepreneurial journey. If you're more interested in the done for you agency, like you're like ready to make a commitment and start an actual agency, get 5 clients under your belt, dfy.glblxm.com.
Okay. Right on, dude. Well, hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Dude, I freaking love it. Thank you so much.
All right. Ben, you good? Well,